have some of our young PYF superstars with us today who are going to be talking about lots of different conversations and discussing how they're getting on at this moment in time. So please introduce yourself. Who is with me today?
Hi everyone, my name's Daba and I work for Positive Youth Foundation. I'm a Senior Youth Engagement Officer.
Hi everybody, my name's Saeed and I'm a young entrepreneur. Aisha? Where's everyone?
Hi, I'm Ramata and I'm a youth volunteer at PYF.
Hi, I'm Aisha and I'm also a youth volunteer at PYF.
Hi, I'm Georgia and I'm a youth volunteer at PYF.
Cool. So guys, how are we all doing today? How's it all going?
Good. Well,
Good.
Great.
Talk to me, what you've been up to?
Okay, Aisha, go on.
I've been redecorating this room so that I can move into it. So that's keeping me busy. Painting is hard.
It is, mate. Good exercise for you, though.
I've been keeping myself socialised so I don't, get depressed. That's as real as I can put it. I've been keeping myself socialised so I don't get depressed and I don't feel any upsetness or anything. So I've been on this app called House Party and just keeping myself really socialised and staying out of the way of problems because I'm trying to take advantage of this whole corona thing and really relax.
Cool, good to hear.
Georgia?
Matt, what have you been doing yourself?
Me, finishing my college work and also reading.
Nice. Reading anything interesting?
Yeah, not really.
What are you reading at the moment?
Oh, wait a minute. Because I actually became addicted to Wattpad. So, yeah, what am I reading?
Who has watched Naruto?
Me, I have the
Oh
entire
my god, I'm rewatching it. It's so
Watch what?
good.
Naruto.
Is anime.
Naruto.
Ramata, have you watched that Demon Slayer one?
The Nine-Tailed Fox.
No, the Demon Slayer. It's another anime.
So
No,
you girls
what
like
is-
anime?
Yeah, we love anime. Oh,
Yeah, anime.
You guys Aisha, you're such a nerd.
Oh,
anime is amazing. I hate
but
you guys.
hold on. How do you think that this corona thing has affected you in emotionally and in your health?
I've gained a kilo or something like that because all I do is eating.
You've gained a kilo.
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure? It's only been a week.
I can totally relate.
Because I can't make the difference now between being hungry and being bored, and so I just eat all the time.
Why did you snack, Ramata?
Georgia, what about you?
Well, for me, it's been very productive. I exercise. I eat the right foods, unlike Ramata. I
No
like.
offense.
Yeah, no offense. I like to watch some series on my phone just to keep me distracted and watching Disney Plus.
What about you? Because you had football as well, and how are you coping with that? Because obviously, can't go outside because of corona. So it's been...
Oh my god, I'm so depressed without football. You don't understand. Because you're so used, when you play football, you're so used, especially with the club I'm in, you're so used to running all the time and always being active and always being tired from training. And it's the first time that I've actually been, I don't know, not busy with football or anything. And it's weird because I'm one of those people who love to be busy and love to be doing something.
It's weird for me as well because my routine would be have a hectic day at school,
Yeah,
and
hectic
go
day,
to
that's
PYF,
very true.
get done whatever sessions I've got to do. Like I was always busy. Like I always knew that because I wasn't annoyed at the fact that I'm always busy because I knew it was gonna pay off for my future. But like it was like, yeah, I always had a routine. Now that my routine's changed, it's like, do I take advantage of the change? What do I do with this? Like I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to balance everything out. But I have been getting like I have been getting good progress out of this self-isolation thing. So that
So
should be
Gills, obviously you're all out of routine and you're trying to adapt to a new routine. How is that going? And is it going well? Like I know us as PYF staff, it's hard working from home and it's getting your head around it. What are the positives and negatives about your routines now?
Well, I've got so much work to finish from school, and like I know what I'm doing, but then again I don't know what I'm doing, and that's the thing. You can't like you can email your teacher and stuff, but it's just not the same as
It's not the same as being in the room and asking them a question.
The advantage is when I'm in school, I won't do my work, but I'm at home, I'm actually doing work.
Why do you do work at school?
Like some people are saying, "Oh, I don't work in school. What makes them think I'm going to work at home?" But no, I'm actually working at home.
Georgia, how's your routine changed?
My routine, it hasn't changed that much. I mean, obviously it's changed as in, the only thing that I think has changed is what time I wake up or what time I go to sleep. Like my sleep routine is terrible. It is terrible. I'm awake most of the night. But I feel like I always have to wake up early to do my like schoolwork, and I always like go out and at least like play football a little bit in the garden. So I feel like it hasn't changed a lot, but the way it feels, it's changed a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia, what about you?
How's your routine going? Have you got one at the moment?
No. Just winging it. I'm just winging it.
Talk me through your day. Talk me through your day.
My day would be like I wake up, I have breakfast, and then I go on Disney Plus.
What time are you waking up?
I wake up at like 1.
What time did you wake up this morning or this afternoon, Georgia?
1:14. Yeah.
Was that after my missed calls or?
That was after your missed calls as well. I just wake up and see so many missed calls. I was like, oh gosh. And I was like, oh, I'm only 14 minutes late. It's okay.
So when you tell me you're having breakfast, are you having breakfast now?
No, I haven't had breakfast yet.
Which is lunchtime. Do you find going to bed late and then getting up early, is that productive for you? Do you find that is just
very unhealthy? Very unhealthy.
Talk to me, tell me about it. Why is it unhealthy?
I just can't help myself. I just need that sleep. But then again, I just can't go to sleep either when it's time to go to sleep. So it's very complicated in my head.
Oh my god, you guys, since I'm doing my GCSE psychology at home, yeah, we've been doing sleeping and dreaming, and I've just realised, that because of certain words that you won't understand, we actually, when we sleep, it's not because we're tired, it's because of like the day and the night. Like it's like a sign that tells our brains that it's time to go to sleep. What releases melatonin into our releases those hormones to make us feel tired. So I don't think, like, when people say, oh, sleeping is like really unhealthy, I think it isn't. It's just how you feel at the time. If you're tired, you should go to sleep.
During the day, we don't call it, like, we don't say we slept, we had a nap, because it's not supposed to.
It's not a nap. Yeah, it's you're sleeping because you're tired.
Now my nighttime is my morning, and my morning is my nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to
just
healthy
changed
for
it.
you?
Huh?
Do you girls think that's healthy for you?
as long as you're getting the sleep you want to get, that you're supposed to be getting, I don't think it's a problem. If you want to switch it, go ahead.
I'd rather have my morning as my morning and my night as my night, because when it's morning, you feel more productive and you feel like that to push yourself, you feel more challenging. But at nighttime, you're like, oh, what am I going to do? Everyone's sleeping. I'm just sitting in my room on my phone and my laptop, watching movies, calling my friends, or like getting a few bits of, say if I wake up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, okay, from 3 till 5, I'll probably finish some work. Then it's going to start to get dark. I'm probably going to get on the phone with my friends, just talk a load of rubbish, and then start watching Netflix at the same time and just eat and then sleep and then wake up again. And then it's just all over the place.
But do you think having a set routine for like your schoolwork, some activities, watching telly in the day will then help you get to sleep late on at night? And if you have that set routine, you know that you're going to go to sleep at a certain time and potentially wake up at a certain time. Because, not gonna lie to you girls, if I'm awake at 11 o'clock still, it's a miracle.
Yeah, but it depends what you're trying... Really?
Yeah, I am. I'll just go to bed at a certain time. As soon as I relax, I don't look at my phone, turn the telly off, I'm asleep. And then clockwork, about 7 o'clock I'm awake.
With that question, it depends what you're trying to do, what you're trying to get out of this. If, like, let's say if you just want to spend time with your family and take advantage and get to know your family more than you would, like, usually because you're so busy, then time doesn't matter. You just need to spend time with them. But if you want to be productive and you want to set a schedule, then set a schedule. In the mornings, you get breakfast, you do this, you do that. This is time for your socializing. And I think it just depends what you're trying to get out of it.
So what are you girls trying to get out of this self-isolating time? Are you trying to get anything out of it?
I think I am. I think I'm really trying to relax and like...
Yeah, relax myself.
I've been saying that it's all a bit rebellious. Like, we are all a bit all over the place. But I'm not going to lie to you. I've been doing side work, stuff that's been going on in my head. And I just didn't know how to actually, like, get it done. And I've been actually, like, writing down in my diary future plans for myself and planning everything out.
Good.
I've been planning different events that I want to do. I've been planning like how to get out there more, especially with my music, how like I know like what kind of people I know. So I've just planned everything out for my future really and just made a plan. But instead of that plan being in my head, I've actually like structured it out and detailed it. And that's the advantage I'm getting by just staying at home by self-isolating.
Ramata, before you've got to go, just one thing for our listeners. Tell me 2 things that you are doing to keep yourself positive at this time. She's gone.
She's gone.
Right, forget that then. She's gone. So leading on to that then, so obviously I've asked Ramata, what are you guys doing right now in this time to keep yourself positive? What's keeping you going?
Socializing.
Love the friends.
It's good.
Like... Socializing. Pick another word.
Okay, I don't know, like making sure the people around me are keeping positive, like keeping me positive, because like positive vibes keeps everyone positive. Because if I'm not around certain people, like if I'm at home, I'm usually in my room, and if I'm on my phone and laptop, I make sure I'm talking to someone, so I'm not alone. Because if I'm alone, I'll start deep thinking and all this stuff and overthink and freak out about it. Because I try to control stuff that is beyond my control, and when I don't control the stuff that's beyond my control, I start freaking out. So I have to. I'm on the phone all the time with one of my friends, and I find like they talk to me. They're like, there's always ways around it, and we just like
support each other.
Yeah, supporting each other and those around us, because it literally goes out to those people right now who are sitting at home, yeah, and don't have anything to do and are literally thinking about life. Like, once you're in that state of mind, it's hard to get out of it. And now that we're in self-isolating, and they've probably self-isolated themselves in their room, and they're on social media, not talking to anyone, but just scrolling on social media, they're going to be thinking so many different things. I wish I looked like this person. I wish I had the money like this person. Even if it's small stuff, it's impacting them really harshly. And there's no one there to help them.
So what are you doing? So you're talking to your friends,
Yeah.
you're focusing on you. Aisha and Georgia, what are you doing to keep positive?
Oh my gosh. Actually, I have, oh my God, basically, in the next 3 days, I find out if I have a scholarship or not.
Ah,
So-
amazing.
So I don't know, like, I'm just nervous, but I feel like it's if I get in, then it's a lot of hard work on the school part, because with the university I want to get into is
How
really
did you get a
difficult.
scholarship in year 10?
And me.
She's me.
Anyway,
What scholarship is it?
it's a football scholarship.
So
To
you're
go to
looking
the-
forward to future plans. You've got future plans, and
Yeah.
that's keeping you going, yeah.
Yeah.
Georgia, apart from Disney, because
What's Disney? Oh, is she on Disney?
she got Disney Channel going on.
Oh no, she's
Dis-
watching
Disney Plus.
Oh my
Disney
God.
Plus, that's the one. Georgia, what about you?
Well, for me, I just don't want to be fat by the time this is. So I've been exercising a lot, eating the right foods a lot, all thanks to my mummy buying the right foods.
Nice.
Can't go wrong, good old mums.
In it, I haven't had meat for a whole week until Friday. That's very good.
So
Yeah, so
obviously,
you-
you're exercising a lot. I exercise a lot. In terms of how it makes you feel, like what is it doing to your body? Apart from obviously you not want to get fat.
Exercising actually really helps. It makes you like
Really good. It clears your mind.
Yeah.
It helps let go of certain stresses. You know, you may be like exercising and getting the pain, but it's really helpful, and it's like a whole nother pain relief, whole nother stress relief. Because being productive with your body is so much better. It helps your mental health, helps your physical health, helps your emotional health all together, because you are exercising and you're putting your mind to work.
Yeah.
You know,
I've
staying
just realised, girls, you're all our health champions as well. So
Yeah.
PYF health champs, go for
Yes,
it.
yes. What exercises are you following? Like, are they your own workouts? Is there something you're following on YouTube? Like, what kind of exercises are you doing from home?
Ab workouts
Just to get the six pack,
And-
Aisha.
and running. Lots of running.
Me and Husna yesterday, we FaceTimed each other and we did a workout together.
Oh
So
no!
like we did like a squat challenge. We did 60 squats and then we did an ab workout. But that's just like things that we remembered from the sessions we used to do at sports and leisure centre.
Oh.
But if you know any like good links on YouTube or like any good workouts, let us know, innit?
Yeah, Georgia, I'll challenge you for a few exercises. I've been working out every day because that's what I usually do for football and CrossFit. And CrossFit have been sending different workouts, and we're putting our scores in. So I've had to be imaginative and very creative with the back garden and doing lots of different things. And you're right, Georgia, it just keeps you feeling so much better. I sit working all day, and then I'll go and exercise, and then I'll have time with my family. And that's sort of my routine as well. But
paper challenge?
say that again,
What
Aisha.
challenge?
Has anybody done the toilet paper challenge?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I
I've got
wanna
it
do it.
on my Snapchat. I posted it.
It's
I've
so
seen
mine as well.
difficult, but I did an around the world.
Posted me on
You
their
did it all around the world, Aisha,
bakery.
surely.
I did an around the world with the toilet paper.
How?
Oh, right, you embarrassed me then. I definitely couldn't do that.
We want proof.
Ah.
I
I'll
did
send
it.
to you, Nikki.
It took me a few attempts, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I did it.
Toilet paper is not a ball. I don't understand how people do it, but I
But you
manage.
did around the world with it. How did you do that?
You just do it around the world like a normal ball. Exactly, I am me. Tava, I love that now.
So, in terms of your community, who you're living with, how is everyone keeping positive there? What are you
The
doing?
life
What's
is
anyone
just
doing anything
crazy.
spectacular in your street?
No
My
one
sister
really
is
talks to
driving
anyone
me
on my
crazy.
street.
Imagine my friend lives on my street and I just can't be asked to go to her house because I don't want to go out. I
You're
like
not
sleep.
allowed to.
Hey, no one's gonna catch me anyways, even if I try to go outside.
Cash me outside, how about it?
Friends coming to my house today.
Wait, what?
Are we listening to the rules and the regulations? And it's sometimes not about us. It's sometimes about other populations and other people who might catch it.
Because say 10 people go out, 10 people are gonna give another 10 people it, kind of thing. But if only 4 people went out, you're limited. Like less people go out, less people are gonna get it. So stay indoors, stay at home.
Oh my god, you guys.
Me and my brother usually don't get along. And like when I come back from PYS sometimes, or like, oh, she's always out, but now he doesn't really have anything to argue with me about. But sometimes we do like argue, but like we haven't been arguing as much. And he was walking to the shops because mom sent me to the shops, and he was talking to me and he was telling me, because he's very antisocial and it's out of hand that he's antisocial like that. But like he was telling, I was asking, why are you so antisocial? Like, what is this? Or explain it. And he was like, you and other humans out here are crazy. You want to go outside to die, like you want to be killed outside. So the fact that he thinks community is so corrupt that he does not step a foot outside of our house unless my mom sends him to the shop, that's about it. Or else he sits in his room, where it's actually scary to know someone truly believes that they're going to be safe only sitting in their room. It's actually scary to believe that.
Yeah.
So do you think they're finding self-quarantine easy right now?
He's finding it easy. I'm not finding it easy. He's finding it so easy. He's like, this is all I ever wanted, just to sit in my room and do nothing. No one can hurt me. No one can do anything to me. I don't have to go outside. I have to just sit in my room on my PlayStation. That's all I need. That's all I need. And he's trying to make money off of his PlayStation and stuff like that. But like
That's
the
cool.
fact that he doesn't even like speaking to other people or looking at strangers, like it's scary. It's actually scary.
So helping people like your brother and other people who are inside all the time and obviously are finding it a little bit easy. But what have you seen on social media? What have you seen around the world that people are doing socially and coming together? Have you seen a big impact on people coming together in the world with this happening?
I feel like because
human kindness.
This whole corona thing has made people realize that look at pollution levels are going down, the environment's becoming a better place, the community is slowly realizing that no matter how much money you have, no matter what the differences are, we're all going to be affected. So, and you don't take your baggage with you to your grave. That's one thing that I've really like understood. No matter how much you show off or buy Gucci belts or man bags or all this stuff, tell me, the money you spent on those clothes that you could be using right now for food for your family in your house or for the food,
is it worth it? Yeah.
Is it worth it? It's not worth it. And the fact that children my age and olders and youngers are actually realizing this now and posting it all over social media and saying like, yo, we all need to actually come together and stop this, is actually a really big positive impact. I don't think the government or anyone realizes that this is actually a very massive impact, because these boys who are in gangs and girls who are being set up chicks are actually realizing, forget all this kind of stuff. My own family is at risk, and no gang is going to come and save my family from this coronavirus. No knife is going to come and save my family from this. It's only me and how I take care of myself and my family. And it's really raising an impact towards knife crime and postcode wars. It's creating a good impact. So there's like pros and cons, negative energy and positive energy, and so much different impacts.
Georgia and Aisha, do you agree? What do you think has there been a positive effect on the world? Like, what have you seen over the last couple of weeks?
I've never been so nice to my sister. I feel like especially with the family part, I feel closer to my family. I feel like I know them more. I'm happier in that department because of this quarantine. Obviously it's difficult in other aspects, but with the fact that you realize a lot of things, especially when you can't go out. What Saida said, people don't have time to go out, and they're just, reality's right there sitting in front of them. Like, what am I doing with my life? There's literally the question that everyone's asking, what should I do? What should I do? And people realize that I need to be doing something important with my life. And I think that's something a lot of people have been realizing with this quarantine, because obviously if you already have something important to do, then quarantine's not going to change that. You still have that same thing to do, like whether it's football, like you're still doing exercise at home, and if it's education, you're still working hard at home. But if you have nothing to do, and you if the only thing that you're doing is negative, then you kind of realize that, and you will try and put something positive into your life. Depends on who you are, really.
Yeah. What about Georgia?
Georgia de la Costa Reed.
Hey, nice name.
Beautiful name.
My name, but okay. I think that during this quarantine, the world has had a positive effect. Now that people are inside, it's less violence, less crime, less people. I mean, everyone's going to the shops. There's loads of lines, but the downside of it is people have been a bit selfish lately with the food buying, the toilet paper, and some people that cannot afford a lot didn't get to have that much. So now people are starting to realize that this is very serious and this can have a huge impact on the future that comes by. So, like, for example, if this happens again, we will all know exactly what to do, and this is a great test for us to know how we're supposed to be civilized within this world, and how we're supposed to learn how to share. And remember, we're all the same, whether you're rich or poor. We all need the same things today, tomorrow, and yesterday. We all needed the same things. So,
Like that.
Girls, that's so powerful and really, really good to hear, like, that you guys have been reflecting, and it's good for all of us to reflect and think about, like, how important our family are and who we're with at the moment, and looking after each other as a community. And I know I'm living with my brother at the minute, and his neighbour can't go out, so we're on her shopping trip and doing things for her. And the other Thursday we clapped the NHS, and it's powerful. It's nice that communities are coming together and everyone's sort of helping each other, and you guys are reflecting on that at your age, and it's amazing, and you're sort of seeing the positive elements out of it. Now, before we like finish up and stuff, I want you to advise the rest of the world, the rest of our PYF listeners out there, like, if is anything you could advise them on being positive or getting them through their day, what would you say to them that they need to do? Any advice to keep people going, and what would you do?
I feel like my advice would be right now, in an emotional state of mind, no matter what you're going through at the moment, whether it's because you can't afford what everyone else can afford for food and stuff, whether you are just having insecurities or you're going through deep thoughts in your head, it's all going to be over soon, and we're here to help. Like, I'm sure there's a plan out for everyone to contact people if something is going on.
Yeah.
So if there is anything going on, they can always contact you, and there's always going to be advice and help out there. Even if this corona thing is going to be going on for long, I'm sure there's going to be loads of other agencies involved as well to help. It's not a fact where you're going to just be left on your own. And it doesn't say, even when I say it, people, like, you may think, oh, like, this isn't, it's not what you think it is. You don't understand how hard it is. We know how hard it is. No matter who
We are
you're
the most active people you could ever meet, ever.
like, no
It's so
matter how
difficult.
no matter how much money we individually have, no matter how rich we could ever be in our life, we've all been through a state where we have been broke and we have had nothing. So we know how it feels. And if I'm able to help anyone, I'd love to. That would be my main, like,
what
priority.
advice? Your advice would be saying seek support from people. What else? What simple things? What real simple things that?
Socialize.
Okay, for me, if you're like,
hands wash, guys, sanitize.
yeah, wash your hands.
Good advice, Saida.
And if
Sanitize.
you're
You're
really
really like sporty and you love to move around and you're really not used to this thing of eating unhealthy and doing all these mundane things, then you should my advice to you is literally just learn new skills. It's so fun. It's frustrating, but it's fun. Like, when you're like go outside, get a board if you have a board, and try and learn and around the world, and then try and change it around to make it your own thing.
It's kind of like the
I'm trying to learn.
So
What
like
you
you're
can
saying,
do.
like pick up new skills, like teach yourself new hobbies.
Yeah, and
And
try and
like improve. Like I feel like this is a massive advantage for people who are just like thriving in anything you're doing. Think about it, yeah, really think about it. If everyone else is sitting at home doing nothing, what can you do to make yourself better? Because at the end of the day, if we come out of this quarantine and you are 10 times better than you were before at like let's say I practice and I'm 10 times better at football, and someone is at the same place that they were before and they use quarantine as an excuse, well then I'm going to be ahead, and I'm going to be ahead at life. And even in school, if you like knuckle down, try and learn the next topic, try and do this and try and do that to improve yourself, then if you will be 10 times a better student than you were before, you'll be ahead of your class. Just
Getting
try
ahead
and,
of the game, Aisha. Absolutely.
yeah, try and improve yourself and take this quarantine as an advantage. That like just think of it as all your enemies have stopped working, it's your time to work now.
Yes,
your time.
Yes, Aisha.
yes,
Mrs. Motivation.
Aisha.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
going
your
to
time.
now.
It's literally the world stood still at the moment, so like
Yeah,
it's time for you to
Knuckle
just keep
down,
moving and carry on.
Aisha,
Yeah.
that was really
That
inspiring.
was amazing.
I'm trying to do a handstand walk now. I do a handstand, but me.
Do that as well, twinsies.
What sort of good skills that? So I'm gonna start today. I'm gonna power through because it was really hard yesterday.
And what about Georgia? Georgia, what advice would you give? Very cool.
Okay, I think that
Bless
it's
you.
time for people to start their YouTube channels.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes. I'm going to start YouTube.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm saying this is because everyone is going to be on their phones or doing something on social media. Therefore, in order for it to entertain them, you must like try. Yeah, TikTok, Aisha. Yeah, TikTok. Show yourself online because that's where people will be.
Loads of
online.
views.
So it's a huge opportunity for you to now show yourself on YouTube or post a video of you singing or something, you know, or go on TikTok and become TikTok famous, you know. It's all them type of opportunities. If not, then do a
I'm gonna
broadcast.
send you guys
Oh,
a
wait,
TikTok
wait,
right
wait.
now.
Amazing.
I have just started TikTok. I haven't got a login or anything. I just
I've
watch it
got
now.
about
They're brilliant.
who are TikTok famous and have been putting it onto their social media, Instagram accounts, and we're thinking about starting YouTube, and from their TikTok fame we're actually going to be able to get a lot of YouTube fame.
Good stuff.
Ooh.
Mhm.
This is some of the plans that I've been planning out, but yes,
I'm
Keep
gonna
planning
see.
and actually make it happen, isn't it?
yeah.
Just do it. Now's your time.
Go on then, Aisha. What we got?
What?
I thought you showed me a TikTok.
No, I'm gonna send it on the group chat.
Oh, okay.
We're watching
Right,
it.
girls, in one sentence, one last inspiring sentence for us all before we leave our PYF podcast.
Mhm.
I'm
This
going to
is
say,
your time.
be safe.
You
enjoy
just
it.
like Aisha said, be
Your time.
10 steps ahead of the game. This is your time. Your enemies are resting right now. You can be working and be on the top of anything you want now. This is like a miracle.
Yeah, just think about it. They're gonna be so surprised. They're gonna be shook. They're not gonna be ready for you when
Have
this
you guys got
quarantine
loads of
ends.
haters or something? Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
talk about these enemies. I'm like, oh, what enemies?
George,
Nobody
I
hates
haven't
Give me a
done my
positive
It is. It's
I
like
haven't done my
it's a
health
rivalry,
and
you
now
know.
I finish it and move on to the next one. So no one knows that I've started the other assignments now. And they're still on the first ones, and I'm gonna be here like
Georgia, hit me up with something positive.
What do you
Huh?
want?
What? Give me anything, a positive message out there.
Enlighten us.
When life gives you lemons,
Make
squeeze
a
it.
lemonade.
Love that. Girls, I just want to say thank you very much. That was fantastic. It was great talking to you all and hearing your thoughts and being our health champs, our volunteers, and our PYF Gilden. Is that allowed?
Yes,
No,
Yeah,
you
go
should just say gal though.
Oh, you thrown at me for saying hello, Gal, as
Oh
well.
my god. Ian, is
I'm-
Ian here? He
might
needs to hear that. Man said, oh my
Sorry,
God.
Aisha, just not call them eyes.
It's all right,
You
Nikki.
need
Brave
to
it
do
now.
that
Believe it whatever you want.
again.
It's a new thing. We're gonna say it now, aren't we, Nikki? Go them.
Yeah.
Yeah, them. There's that girl.
And trend setting. You've just told, I
Like,
just
it's
said.
set new
You've
trends.
just said be me, like, you know.
Yeah,
You girls
haters like
say it
you
now.
actually
You
said
girls
stop.
say it now too.
Well, girls,
yeah.
please be safe. Look after everyone else.
Wait, I
Yeah.
have one thing to say.
Yeah, and one last thing I want to say, yeah, is that people, like, really genuinely just take this quarantine seriously. If you watch the news, then it really is heartbreaking how it's affecting people and how many people are dying from this. And I feel like us as a community should do everything we can in our power to make sure that this will end soon, sooner than later.
So I
So I
feel
feel like
Just remember, girls.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
remember,
Richard
the media
Ball.
have the media have a job, and we've just got to take it at face value and do what we can do, not overanalyze, not overstress. And for me, this has been a really positive conversation, and I feel like you guys keep passing your positive messages on to your family, your friends, because this is what we need. We don't need negativity. We need positivity. We need to look at the good sides. We need to look at the people who are doing well. Okay, I know it's tough in this sort of time, but it's all about empowering yourself, your community, and ultimately your world.
And if you do have stuff going on and you feel like, oh, we're saying be ahead of the game, but you can't even sort out this kind of thing and what, like, money issues and stuff like that, there's agencies, there is help out there. Talk to your social workers, there's vouchers, there's all these kind of different stuff that can help. And it's no harm in doing that. It doesn't mean you're less fortunate, because you could be less fortunate money wise, but that brain up there, trust me, that game up there in your head is a dangerous game. And
it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're weak.
Exactly.
You heard it here, girls, from Aisha, Georgia, Saida, Taba, and myself, Nikki Miles.
Yay.